Good morning, students. Today we are starting a new lesson, Chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. Chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. When you look around, you will observe different animals with different structures and forms. As over a million species of animals have been described till now, the need for classification becomes all the more important. The classification also helps in assigning a systematic position to newly described species. So we are starting chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. How Plant Kingdom already we had learned in chapter 3, how it is classified. Like that, the animals are also going to be classified into different sections. So first topic is basis of classification. In spite of differences in structure and form of different animals, there are fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive, circulatory or reproductive systems. These features are used as the basis of animal classification. So what are the basis of classification? Arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive and circulatory or reproductive systems. Arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive or circulatory or reproductive system. So first we are going to learn levels of organization. Organization means by what that structure is made up of. It is made up of cell, it is made up of tissue, which is made up of organ system or organ, like that. Levels of organization. So our first topic is levels of organization. So all members of Animalia are multicellular. All of them do not exhibit the same pattern of organization of cells. All of them do not exhibit same pattern of organization. All of them are belonging to Animalia kingdom, but as we know that inside the kingdom, the characters are most dissimilar. For example, in sponges, the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregate. In sponges, cells are arranged as loose cell aggregate. It is not converted into tissue. Cells are arranged like that as loose aggregates. So we can say that in sponges exhibit cellular level of organization. Sponges exhibit cellular level of organization. Why we are saying that in sponges cellular level only? That is the lowest level of organization is cellular organization. In sponges, the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregate only. In sponges, the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates. That is, they exhibit cellular level of organization. Some division of labor occur among the cell only. Some division of labor. What is the meaning of division of labor? This particular work should be done by particular portion or particular cell. Like that, the profession or labor divide and give. How we are deciding mother is cooking, father is saving, children are studying, like that. How in a family also labor are divided. Like that, labor divided and given to different cell, that is called the division of labor. In some division of labor occur among the cells also. So we had learned about sponges. In sponges, the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates, that is, they exhibit cellular level of organization. Some division of labor occur among the cells. In coelentrates, the arrangement of cell is more complex. In coelentrates, the arrangement of cell is more complex. Here, the cells performing the same function are arranged into tissues only. In coelenterate, cells join together to form tissues. Here, the cells performing the same function are arranged into tissue. Hence, it is called the tissue level of organization. It is called the tissue level of organization in coelenterate. Cellular level of organization, example, sponges. And in tissue level of organization, coelentrates. A still higher level of organization, that is organ level, is exhibited by members of Platyhelminthes and other higher phyla, where tissue are grouped together to form organs. So organ level is exhibited by members of Platyhelminthes and other higher phyla. Organ level of organization are specialized for a particular organization or function. In animals like annelids, arthropods, mollusca, echinoderms, chordates. Organs have associated to form organ systems. Organs are associated to form organ systems. Each system concerned with a specific physiological function only. Each system concerned with a specific physiological function. This pattern is called organ system level of organization. Organ system level of organization. Organ system in different group of animal exhibit various patterns of complexity. Organ systems in different group of animals exhibit various patterns of complexities. For example, the digestive system in Platyhelminthes has only a single opening to the outside of the body. The digestive system is alimentary canal, has only a single opening to the outside of the body that serves both the mouth and anus, same in Platyhelminthes. How in our body we are having separate mouth and anus? It means that alimentary canal has two openings, but in Platyhelminthes, alimentary canal has only one opening to the outside of the body that serves both the mouth and anus and is hence called incomplete. So the alimentary canal or digestive system has only one opening, then it is called the incomplete alimentary canal. And the alimentary canal which was both opening, that is mouth and anus, then it is called the complete alimentary canal. Complete alimentary canal. So one more time we will see the level of organization. The lower level of organization is cellular level of organization, in that cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates only. Example, phylum Porifera. Sponge phylum is called a Porifera. Now we will learn that. But in coelentrates, the arrangement of cell is more complex. Here the cells performing the same function are aggregated to form tissue. So this is called the tissue level of organization. Example, coelentrata. The higher level of organization, that is the organ level, is exhibited by members of Platyhelminthes and other higher phyla, where tissues are grouped together to form organs, each specialized for a particular function. That is organ system level of organization, seen by Platyhelminthes and all other higher phylums. Phylum we will learn now, then you will know what is Platyhelminthes. And higher phylum like Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinoderms, Chordates, organs have associated to form functional systems. Organs have associated to form functional systems. Each system concerned with a specific physiological function only. Specific physiological function. This pattern is called the organ system level of organization. This pattern is called the organ system level of organization. Organ system in different group of animals exhibit various patterns of complexities. For example, the digestive system in Platyhelminthes has only a single opening to the outside of the body. For example, the digestive system in Platyhelminthes has only a single opening to the outside of the body. So the same opening only acts as both the mouth and anus. So it is called incomplete digestive system. And the phylum which is having both the opening, that is mouth and anus, it is called as complete alimentary canal. Now we are going to learn about the circulatory system. Circulatory system. Two types are there. Circulatory system. Open type and closed type of circulatory. In open type of circulatory system, in which the blood is pumped out of the heart. In open type, the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in. Open only. Blood is not flowing through the blood vessels all the time. Blood is pumped out of the heart. How it is in our body? We are having closed circulatory system, in that blood is pumped from the heart into the blood vessel. Never cells and tissues are not bathing or not covering by the blood only. But in open type, the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in it. Or in closed type, in which the blood is circulated through a series of vessels of varying diameters, that is arteries, veins and capillaries. So two types of circulatory system are there, open type and closed type. Open type, in which the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in it, or closed type in which the blood is circulated through a series of vessels. Blood is circulated through a series of vessels of varying diameters, arteries, vein and capillary. So two type of circulatory system is there, closed and open. In open type, blood is pumped out of the heart and cells and tissues are directly bathed in that one only. In closed type, blood is circulated through a series of blood vessels like varying diameters. Diameter of the blood vessel varying according to that name also given like that artery, vein and capillaries. Now we are going to discuss the another type that is symmetry. Symmetry. Animals can be categorized on the basis of their symmetry. Sponges are mostly asymmetrical. Asymmetrical means any plane passes through the center does not divide them into equal halves. Any plane that passes through the center does not divide them equal halves only. That is called asymmetry. Means by any plane it cannot be cut into two equal halves. Two equal halves cannot be divided them into equal halves. When any plane passing through the central axis of the body, then any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves. It is called radial symmetry. When any plane passing through the central axis, when any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves, then it is called a radial symmetry. Examples of radial symmetry are coelentrates, ctenophores, echinoderms have this kind of body plan. But animals like annelids, arthropoda, etc., where the body can be divided into identical left and right halves. The body can be divided into identical left and right halves. Only in one plane exhibit a bilateral symmetry, where the body can be divided into identical left and right halves only in one plane. Example, bilateral symmetry. Examples, annelids, arthropods, etc. So see that. This is the diagram of radial symmetry. It can be cut into two equal halves through this one plane only. Radial symmetry. And this is bilateral symmetry. By this line only it can be cut into two equal halves. Bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry. It is short, cut and shorter. Radial symmetry only. It is cut and shorter, but it cannot be cut through one plane only. Through this radius only it can be cut into two equal halves. If it is cutting like this, then it will not be divided into two equal halves. But in bilateral symmetry, see that it can be cut into two equal halves. Next is diploblastic and triploblastic organization. Animals in which the cells are arranged into two embryonic layers. Animals in which the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers. An external ectoderm and an internal endoderm are called diploblastic animals. An external ectoderm and an internal endoderm are called diploblastic animal. Di means two only. So two layers are only there, that is ectoderm and endoderm. Two layers only there, then it is called the diploblastic. Here see the diploblastic two layers. First diagram is diploblastic only. This is ectoderm. Outer one is ectoderm and inner one is endoderm. And in between ectoderm and endoderm, mesoderm absent only. Mesoderm absent. Only two layers only there. Mesoderm absent. It is filled with a non-cellular, acellular, non-cellular mesoglia is present. Mesoglia. But in triploblastic, three layers are there: ectoderm and endoderm, and in between cellular mesoderm is also present. The cellular mesoderm is absent here. Actually, it has mesoglia only, that is acellular only. Diagram same. So animals in which the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, an external ectoderm and an internal endoderm are called diploblastic animal. Example, coelentrates. An undifferentiated layer, mesoglia, is present in between the ectoderm and endoderm. Those animals in which the developing embryo has a third germinal layer, mesoderm, in between the ectoderm and the endoderm are called the triploblastic animal. Examples of triploblastic animal are platyhelminthes, euchordates. diagram seeing here. This is the diagram of diploblastic only. Di means two only, so two layers only there. Then one more layer you are seeing here, that is acellular mesoglia. Otherwise, ectoderm and endoderm only present. But triplo means, tri means three only. So in triploblastic, three layers are there: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Here cells are seen. So mesoderm is cellular only. Here mesoglia is acellular. Understood? So diploblastic is a characteristic of phylum Coelenterata only. Phylum Coelenterata, and triploblastic are the characteristic of Platyhelminthes to Cordyceps. Now we are going to learn another one, coelom only. Coelom. Coelom is the cavity between body wall and the elementary canal. This white color seeing, that is the cavity is called the coelom. See, here coelom is present. If coelom is present, coelom is the cavity between body wall and the elementary canal. Body wall and the elementary. Coelom is present, then it is called a coelomate. Coelom is present. Here coelom is present, so it is called a coelomate. Here coelom is absent. Coelom is not there. That is acoelomate. What is called the acoelomate? Coelom is absent. Biology, A for absence only. Absence of coelom, so acoelomate. And here coelom is not, actual coelom is not present. Actually pseudocoelom only present. It is called coelom only. So pseudocoelom only present there. So it is called pseudocoelom. So on the basis of coelom, organisms are classified into three. Now classification only we are learning. Organisms are classified into three. That is coelomate, pseudocoelomate, and acoelomate. Now see the theory. Presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is very important in classification. The body cavity which is lined by mesoderm is called the coelom. The body cavity which is lined by mesoderm is called the coelom. Lined by mesoderm is called the coelom. Animals possessing coelom are called the coelomates. Animal possessing coelom are called the coelomates. Example: annelids, mollusca, arthropoda, echinoderma, hemichordate, and chordate. Don't want to get afraid. This all we are going to learn in this lesson. Different phylums it is. So don't want to take tension. In some animals, the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm present as scattered pouches. Here pouches seeing like that, scattered pouches only present. Actual mesoderm is not present. Mesoderm is present. Scattered pouches in between ectoderm and endoderm. This is endoderm and ectoderm. In between ectoderm and endoderm. So such a body cavity is called a pseudocoelom. Such a body cavity is called a pseudocoelom, and the animal possessing them are called a pseudocoelomates. Example: Echelminthes. The animal in which the body cavity is absent are called acoelomate. Here body cavity is totally absent. It is called a acoelomate. Example: Platyhelminthes. Next is on the basis of segments also animals are classified. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments. The body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. Serial, in every segment, organs will be repeated. That is serial repetition of at least some organs. So all the organs are not repeating, then also per segment, most of the organ will be present in per segment. So in some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. For example, in earthworm, the body shows this pattern called a metameric segmentation. In earthworm, the body shows this pattern called a metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is called a metamerism. For example, in earthworm, the body shows this pattern called a metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is known as metamerism. Next one is notochord. Notochord is mesodermally divided, derived rod-like structure only. Vertebral column is there. In that position only mesoderm is seen. This is our ventral side, and front side is the dorsal side. dorsal, no, back side is the dorsal side and front side is the ventral side. Sorry, back side is the dorsal side. So notochord is mesodermally derived. It is forming from the mesoderm only. Notochord is mesodermally derived. The rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side. Formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development. When we were embryo, when organisms were in the embryonic stage, this notochord is present in most of the organs. Notochord present on dorsal side only, back side only, dorsal side. Animal with a notochord are called chordate, and those animal which do not form this structure are called non-chordate. The animal with a notochord are called chordates, and those animals which do not form the structure are called non-chordates. Example, Porifera to Echinodermis. Example, Porifera to Echinodermis. So basis of classification only we had learned in this session. Which are the basis of classification? Levels of organization, symmetry, diploblastic and triploblastic organization, coelom, segmentation, notochord. This all we had learned. This all only we had learned different basis of classification. One more time we will see this basis of classification. That is, first one is levels of classification. Already we had learned that the cellular level of organization, example sponges. Then tissue level of organization, example Coelenterata, and organ level of organization, Platyhelminthes, and higher animals like Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinoderms, and chordates, or then have associated to form functional system, which is system concerned with a specific physiological function called the organ system level of organization. Organ system level of organization. That is the highest level of system is organ system level of organization. And alimentary canal also, on the basis of alimentary canal, is opening or divided into two types. If the organism having alimentary canal two openings, that both the openings are there, mouth and anus, both the openings are there, then it is called a complete alimentary canal. If it have only one opening, that either anus or mouth, or one opening will be act as both, then it is called a incomplete alimentary canal. Example of incomplete alimentary canal is Platyhelminthes. All other higher phylum having complete alimentary canal. Next is circulatory system. On the basis of circulatory system also is divided. Open type in which the blood is pumped out of the heart. Open type in which the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in it. Open type means blood vessels are very poorly developed only. Blood vessels are poorly developed. So all the body parts, blood are not flowing through. Blood is not flowing through the blood vessels. So when blood is pumped out of the heart, suddenly it comes in contact with the tissues and the organs. But in closed type, blood is circulated through series of vessels of varying diameters, arteries, veins, and the capillaries. Next basis of classification is symmetry only. Some organisms like the sponges cannot be divided into two equal halves through any of the plane. Cannot be divided into through two equal halves through any of the plane passes through the center. Any plane that passes through the center does not divide them into equal halves. When any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves, it is called a radial symmetry. It is called a radial symmetry. Coelentrates, ctenophores, echinoderms have this kind of body plan. Animals like annelids, arthropods, etc., where the body can be divided into identical left and right halves in only one plane, so they exhibit a bilateral symmetry. Diagram of radial symmetry is this one only. It cannot be divided into equal halves through any of the plane. It can only divide into one radius. This is one radius. And this is bilateral symmetry. Longitudinal axis by one axis only. If it is dividing like this, then two equal halves are not getting. We are also dividing bilaterally, then what will be bilateral division only possible. Radially we are dividing them Equal halves are not getting. Equal halves are not getting. One half having head and other half having the leg only. And next is diploblastic and triploblastic. Animals in which the cells are arranged into embryonic layers, ectoderm and an internal endoderm are called diploblastic animals. Example, coelenterate. An undifferentiated layer, mesoglia, is present in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Ectoderm and the endoderm. Those animals in which the developing embryo has a third germinal layer called the mesoderm. Those animals in which the developing embryo has a third germinal layer called the mesoderm. In between the ectoderm and endoderm are called the triploblastic animals. That is phylum Platyhelminthes to Cortes. Next one is coelom. Presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is very important in classification. The body cavity which is lined by mesoderm is called a coelom. Animal possessing coelom are called coelomates. Example, annelid, mollusca, arthropod, echinoderms, hemichordates and chordates. Some animals, the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present as scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Such a body cavity is called pseudocoelom, and the animal possessing them are called pseudocoelom. Example, Aschelminthes. The animals in which the body cavity is absent are called acoelomates. Example, Platyhelminthes. Next one is segmentation. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments. The body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. For example, in earthworm, the body shows this pattern called metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is known as metamerism. And next one is notochord. Notochord is mesodermally derived rod-like structure. Mesoderm, from mesoderm only it derives, and it is a rod-like structure forming on the dorsal side during embryonic development. In some animals, animals with a notochord are called chordates, and those animals which do not form this structure are called non-chordates. Example, Porifera to Echino. Now I will show some slides to you. Animal kingdom, fourth lesson, animal. Animals are multicellular and heterotrophic organism without cell wall and chlorophyll. Without cell wall and chlorophyll. Major phyla of kingdom Animalia are Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and basis of classification. This only today we learned in this session. Levels of organization, body symmetry, germinal or embryonic layers, coelom, metamerism, notochord. And first in that, first one is levels of organization. In that, based on organization of cells, animals are grouped into 4 levels: cellular level of organization, tissue level of organization, organ level of organization, organ system level of organization. So cellular level of organization, sponges only shown here, phylum Porifera. Cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates. Here tissue level of organization, cells are arranged into tissues, cnidarians and ctenophores. Organ level of organization, tissues are arranged into organs. Example, higher animals, Platyhelminthes to chordates. Organ system level of organization, organs are associated to organ system. Organs are associated to organ system. Each system performs a physiological function. Organs are associated to organ system. Each system performs a physiological function. Organ system of different animals show complexities. Example, digestive system is 2 types, incomplete and complete. It has only a single opening that acts as mouth and anus. Example, Cnidaria and Platyhelminthes. Complete, it has 2 opening mouth and anus. Circulatory system is also 2 types. open and close. It is the arrangement of similar body parts on two sides of main axis of the body, asymmetrical and symmetrical. Here that asymmetrically. This half is, both the half are not equal, but here both the half are equal, so it is symmetrical. So the body cannot be divided into two similar parts of most puriferance nails, etc. Symmetrical body can be divided into two similar parts. Radial symmetry, here body can be divided into two equal halves by any plane along central axis of the body. Examples, some puriferance, cnidarians, ctenophores and echinoderms. And bilateral symmetry, here body can be divided into right and left halves in only one plane. Example, platyhelminthes to cortex. The body of bilaterally symmetrical animal has a dorsal side, a ventral side, left and right lateral sides, anterior side and posterior. One can read this one. The space between the body wall and digestive cavity is filled with the mesofluid, parenchyma, periperative platyhelminthes. Body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. Mesoderm is tattered pouches, example Aschelminthes. Here coelom arises from mesoderm. Coelom is lined by peritoneal layer and filled with the coelom. Coelom. Functions of coelom: it accommodates visceral organ. Coelomic fluid reduces friction between visceral organs. Here, segments only showing here, segments. Internally and externally. That is important. Internally and externally and internally also. Annelids, earthworm and arthropod. Dorsal side, notochord only showing here. Here, this is the notochord in embryonic stage. Notochord can be seen like that at all. So this is the notochord in embryonic. Embryonic stage notochord can be seen. Animal with a notochord are called chordates, and those without a notochord are called non-chordates. This is the notochord on dorsal side, rod-like structure. So up to this basis of classification only we had learned that. So I think that all of you maybe understood this one, basis of classification. This PDF I will send it to you.